Hey everyone, it's Hunter here from Pitchfork Fiber, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Bellish app, and I'm going to show you what I made using the app. So stay tuned to see what I knitted right after this. We're back, and I'm showing you what I made using the Bellish app. So what's Bellish, you ask? Bellish is a knitting pattern generator that creates millions of different possibilities for patterns. Over 300,000 knitting patterns have already been created by all of you out there using the app, but millions of combinations are out there. So really the possibilities are endless. You can make anything from sweaters, colorwork, drop shoulder, crew neck, boat neck, turtlenecks, long sleeve, short sleeve, cropped, endless amounts of possibilities for you to create. It's an app that really allows you to be creative and to take you step by step through the creative process. So unlike other, apps or other knitting patterns where you kind of are settling for whatever the end product is, this app is perfect because you can choose your own path. You choose what pattern you want and it generates the pattern for you. It gives you the needles needed to create the product. It gives you the gauge. It even suggests yarn options that you can purchase right there from the app. It directs you right there. So really it's so simple. And I want to show you what I created using the Bellish app. I created this. I made this beautiful cropped tee with a drop shoulder, and it's perfect for summer. I used this cotton yarn. It's the Knit Picks Cotton, 70% Tanguise cotton, 30% linen, and it's way softer than I expected. I have never worked, or I guess I've never made a garment out of a cotton-based yarn, and this surprisingly was way easier than I expected. Using this kind of more open gauge of while knitting really made it easier on my hands. Sometimes when using cotton, it's quite tight and hard to work with. But when knitting this up, it really worked up wonderfully. And when it is blocked, this has been blocked, it's so soft. I knitted mine bottom up as it said in the pattern. I started down here at the bottom, and then once I got to the underarms, or I guess to, the underarms, I split for the shoulder shaping. I then came back over, I sewed up the sleeves, I added some ribbing around the neck for this really awesome crew neck, and then I came back and picked up about 3 or 4 inches of sleeve and then another 1.5 inches of ribbing. I'm so happy with the way it turned out. The fit is really fun because again, in summer it's so hot and I really wanted something that I could wear throughout the summer. Knitting a sweater for summer is not always that practical. And so with this cotton yarn and with this shape, it's perfect. There's lots of ease, it fits really great, and there's enough movement and room to not feel constricted and super hot. I've paired this with some vibrant pink shorts and it's a super fun look, but I also could see this with some jeans, some tennis shoes, and it can totally go a little bit more fall. Throw on an undershirt underneath this, a long sleeve, and you can wear it layered for winter. I mean, really there are so many options. But with the Bellish app, that's exactly what you get. You get the option to create whatever you want, millions of possibilities of millions of different patterns that you get to choose really what you want. I knew what I wanted when it came to the fit, and then as I went throughout the app, I just continued to customize the pattern to exactly what I wanted. And at the end, it generates the gauge, the needle size, even the types of yarn that would be perfect for your knitting. So that was exactly what happened with me. It suggested this yarn and I'd never worked with it before. I purchased a couple skeins, always a few more, always an extra skein just in case. And it's exactly what I wanted. I used a size 6 needle for the body, and then I used a size 5 for the ribbing, and the gauge is really great. It's drapey enough to feel soft and kind of swishy when I wear it, but also heavy enough to hold up. Sometimes with cotton, it gets heavy and it can kind of misshapen with the weight of its own self, and then it kind of falls on you. But with this gauge, it really worked up great. I did swatch just to make sure that I was going to get the exact fit I wanted. I always swatch because you know what's making a whole sweater and then it not fitting or being what you wanted the worst. I say swatching is always best. So I swatched for this and it came out great. It is a little bit more cropped than I expected, only because I was not sure of how cropped I wanted it, but I'm really happy with the way it came out. I think it's really fun, especially in the summer. I hate when something's so long and like I feel like I'm sitting on it when I sit down. This is perfect. I chose, again, the crew neck line because I really like that kind of traditional t-shirt look. And I chose a shorter sleeve because, again, because of its boxiness, it hits exactly where a normal t-shirt would hit on me. And also the fit being a little bit wider gives me that extra room. I love it. The ribbing here I did on the sleeve, the collar, and the waistband is 2x2 ribbing. And then again, up here on the neckline, right here, and on the sleeves, so it's perfect. This knit up really quickly because, again, following the pattern on the Bellish app is perfect because you can highlight exactly where you are, put your phone down, knit, and go back and know exactly where you are. It even has a row counter, which is perfect for when you're doing a more complex color work pattern, or maybe you're doing some kind of stitching, textured stitch motif or something where you really need to know what your stitch count is. This was a fast knit and it's perfect because I knit this up in about a month, which for me, knitting on and off for a month is great. To have a finished object that quick, perfect. The Bellish app is perfect for beginners because it gives you step-by-step exactly what you need, from the needle sizes, the notions, the gauge, even suggests yarn, and the pattern generated right there for you. But also for more experienced or even in intermediate level knitters like myself, it's perfect because it gives you something to base off of that then you can customize to your own preference. If I wanted to create a sweater out of just my head, the thought of making a pattern and knowing when to decrease and how many stitches is quite daunting. But with the Bellish app, I was able to take a pattern that I knew was going to, I knew was going to work, and then I was able to customize it by taking an inch off here, knitting a little bit shorter, kind of doing some other little adjustments to get exactly what I want. So it's perfect for those who are wanting a base kind of staple pattern to knit off of and base their adjustments off of, because you know you're gonna get what you want. Really, I totally see myself using this app for other things. I've already been looking at the raglan kind of like turtleneck that's also quite boxy. I really love that more square fit for my body type. And I also love the fact that they don't just have garments and sweaters, but they offer hats and socks and all sorts of other accessories. So check them out. I will leave links down below for you to download the app for free on the App Store for free. I mean, come on, you can't beat that. And I'll also leave a link down below for their website if you want to check out any more information. Again, my name's Hunter from Pitchfork Fiber. You can find me at Pitchfork Fiber on Instagram, where I post most often, and I am updating you all the time. You also can find my own hand-dyed yarns and my website at pitchforkfiber.etsy.com, where you can shop all of my fun yarns. I have a fun collection coming out this summer that is going to make all your summer knits super fun, super vibrant, and super bold. So make sure to support me there. I love to see you all comment below. Tell me what you're gonna make. If you check out the Bellish app, tell me what you want to make, or if you already have, drop me down what project you're working on now. I'd love to see what you guys are working on. And again, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to let yourself know when I upload next. It helps me out so much for you all to give me that support. So thanks again. And like always, happy knitting, happy making, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you again soon. Bye.